A few weeks ago, we had a big update to KCD2. Now, the big ticket item was the barbershop. Everyone's seen that. Everyone loves that. It's great. But to me, the real thing that was most important, and I feel like underlooked in this update, was the fact that Steam now has the full workshop integrated, which means we have easy to use mod support in KCD2. Now, the mod community in the original game was so great because you take the base game that was really good and you make it even better. And every day we have more and more mods come out for KCD2, and these are things that can just really enhance your overall experience in the game. And I said enhance your game on purpose because that's what I'm going to try to do with the mods that I select for you guys. I want to take our great base game, which in my opinion is game of the year, and I want to make it an even better user experience for you guys. And before we start, if you're new to adding mods to a game, this is actually super easy. You go to the Steam Workshop and you hit subscribe, and they should be working. But now some people's computers are a little finicky. If they are not working, hit properties, go to your games files, and just create a new folder, title it mods, and then everything should download and work fine. Again, all you got to do is click subscribe on the mods that I pick. So let's start with a mod or two that has to deal with our character's drip. And we're going to start with, in my opinion, the best looking mod pack of the game, and that's the Silver List gear. If you're like me, I feel like even though there are a good amount of items in the base game, a lot of them look very similar, and you feel like you can't get the full level of epic customization that you want, and that is not going to be a problem anymore with this pack. One, you have access to a bunch of different variants of absolutely amazing looking armor. It's got cool engravings. It's got different color. It looks like the most expensive armor you could probably get in that time period. I feel like it fits in perfectly with Henry becoming pretty rich by the end game and a super famous warrior. I think this stuff on its own looks great. But on top of that, you have a bunch of different customizables too, from different sorts of tunics, different sorts of pants, different sorts of gambesons, some with coat of arms on them, some with not. You can get really creative in what you're going to make here. It adds, again, a just ton of different options for you to make Henry look a little bit different than a lot of those normal NPC knights that you're going to run up against. All right, and sticking with our character looks, there's another cosmetic pack that I think is really good, and that is called Outer Garments. And in the base game, some of those coats and those gambesons, you wear them under your armor, so you're stuck with the plate standing above the armor. And there's a lot of like custom tunics in this game that look really great to give that kind of old school knight in a tunic with his armor underneath it to kind of give off that unique, this is my coat of arms, this is who I am entering the battlefield, and you're going to know who I am. And there's a ton of items in here. They take a bunch of base game armors from the NPCs and give you full access to them too. You get this in one of the shops in the Kudenberg region. The items are expensive, but it's another level of customization from everything from, again, our tunics to our breastplates to all of our armor to our helmets, even thing like Ziska's custom armor. You can get his armor, you can get Hans's armor. If the NPC is in the game, this is going to give you access to literally hundreds of items. The gameplay experience, they're making some alterations to gameplay. We have rebalanced merchants, and I know I'm not the only one who's driven crazy by this. I have thousands upon thousands worth of groschen of gear on my horse and in my chest, and I'm just too lazy to sell it because every merchant you run across has, at most 800 gold, and this will let you change the amount of gold that merchants have, and they'll restock more frequently so that you can actually get rid of and sell your gear. To me, this is ultimate quality of life, so you can spend less time running to every merchant selling things around Kudenberg, and you can just get rid of it a little bit quicker and get on with your actual gameplay. Now, my next gameplay mod to change our experience is called Better Combat, and this one really is for the people who found the combat too easy. I feel like with a game that has this wide of an audience, there's people who find the combat really easy, and then I get comments on my TikToks of people who are really struggling with the combat, and if you're one of the people who finds it a little bit too easy, this is going to greatly increase the AI, so they're not going to just stand there and let you master strike them anymore. They're going to feint, they're going to react quicker, they're not going to fall for as much stuff as they would have before. So this is a great mod to kind of balance out the combat a little bit, so you still get some more challenge at the end game than you do now, where you're just kind of one-shotting every enemy that you come across. Now, my next mod, it was supposed to be in the base game. In one of the tutorials, one of the NPCs even mentions that you can do this, but you're going to find that you can't do it without this mod, and that is the unarmed master strike. And this just allows you to perform master strikes, which were already in the game for unarmed attacks, but for some reason you can't actually do them. It allows you to now actually do them, and you can even disarm enemies while you're doing this. I feel like this is something that could be pretty cool for people who want to get a little bit of a different gameplay experience and are bored with the combat. This gives you something new to do. I think is pretty cool, and I don't know why it wasn't in the game, but now it is. Thank you to the modders. Now, my next mod is quality of life. It's called Unlimited Saves. I know the devs very stubbornly just want everyone to use Save Your Snaps, but I mean, it's so easy to get anyway. I don't think I ever had any problems with saving. And if people want to save scum, they're just going to save and quit and take the 30 seconds to load back in game and start over. So I feel like there's no reason you shouldn't just be able to save whenever you want to save. So if you want to do that, super easy mod to get in there, and I think it's worth just having. And now the last mod, the one that you probably clicked the video for, and that is the NPC overhaul mod along with the nude mod. And this is going to make all the NPCs in the game look better. And if you're addicted to the bathhouse, well, they will no longer have any underwear on them. So have at it, gentlemen. Enjoy the bathhouse. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe. And if you want to stay on the channel, there will be some videos popping up around now that'll keep you here. All right, guys, champ out.